Boogie will be introducing you to what BDSM really is. The good, the bad, and the naughty.
And what is BDSM, you may ask? It is a variety of role play involving consenting adults. BDSM is an acronym. BD for bondage and discipline, DS for dominance and submission, and SM for sadism and masochism. Some terms to keep in mind to help you understand what we are talking about is dominant is the partner in control and submissive is the partner being controlled.
Now that we know what BDSM is, we can now look a bit further into just a few of the major factors that are involved in the BDSM lifestyle.
Safety is the most important factor in BDSM, as SC is a common acronym that is used that stands for safe, sane, and consensual, meaning that BDSM should not be engaged in until safety precautions have been put into place. This can be sometimes done by using safe words or signals.
Yo, girl, you want to engage in some BDSM?
No.
Okay.
Lastly, consent by both partners should be given before engaging in BDSM. If one partner does not or cannot give consent, do not proceed. Ever.
Another major factor that is usually incorporated into BDSM are activities that focus on sensation. This can include sensory deprivation, which can be achieved by blindfolding one partner.
Dad?
Daddy's over here.
Stimulation of the senses are typically involved as well and can be achieved by rubbing an ice cube on the body or by the pouring of hot wax. But that's lit, huh? Lit.
No. Roleplay is another factor that contributes to BDSM. One or both partners will dress up in a disguise and or play the role of a character that is often fantasized about. This can include dressing up as a schoolgirl or a doctor or, a My Little Pony character. Using restraints and being restrained is another hot commodity in BDSM. This can be achieved by using handcuffs, rope, or bow ties. Thank you, Christian Gray.
Other toys involve don't forget your cleanser.
Now we're going to talk about misconceptions. One of the most common misconceptions about BDSM is that BDSM is dangerous. This happens to be a myth because when boundaries are set, consent is given, and when safety and health are taken into concern, we have achieved our goal of safe BDSM.
The next common misconception about BDSM is that BDSM is abusive and violent and forces people to do things they do not want to do. This is not true because yes, BDSM can become abusive and violent if not practiced correctly. But as mentioned before, BDSM is all about consent and safety, so no one gets abused or forced to do something that they do not want to do.
The last misconception about BDSM is that BDSM is just like 50 Shades of Grey. Although 50 Shades of Grey is a very appealing movie, it's a horrible representation of BDSM because it represents most acts of bondage in a negative manner.
There are some positives and negatives that come with BDSM. The first negative is that people in the BDSM community are often stigmatized by society. There is the common misconception that those that engage in BDSM have something mentally wrong with them and they like to hurt people. This is because the term sadomasochism is often associated with historical figures of disputable moral character.
This is also because people typically confuse BDSM with the more extreme form called sexual sadism disorder, which is the most victimizing paraphilic disorder. Sexual sadism disorder involves inflicting pain, injury, or humiliation on another person for the sexual gratification of the person performing the action. People with sexual sadism disorder typically enjoy the terror that is experienced by the victim.
The important differences between BDSM and other paraphilic disorders is that BDSM creates intense sexual experiences, but no physical or emotional damage, and there is mutual consent. One important thing to remember when engaging in BDSM is that accidents do happen, just as any other physical activity. This is not abuse.
Ow, that hurt.
Sally.
Some positives about BDSM are that those who have engaged in BDSM activities claim that the experience was trust enhancing, it was a pleasurable and joyful activity, it enhanced their intimacy, and experienced greater sexual satisfaction. They also claim that it gave them an opportunity to explore their sexual desires and play with power dynamics.
Remember that sometimes your partner may not want to engage in any BDSM activities. If this is the case, you may want to try to negotiate with them, but always remember that you need to respect their boundaries. No means no.
How to bring BDSM into your home. Address the topic in a positive, playful manner.
Go shopping at a sex store together.
Outline your limits and boundaries beforehand.
Use safe words and practice safe sex.
Remember, communication is key.
Hold on.
You got
This is what we have to do to vagina balls to help calm our newscasters. So, this is what we have to do in order to get these freaking words right.
Sadomasochism.
Sadomasochism.
Sexual sadism.
Sadomasochism.
Sadomasochism.
Oh my god, let me
Go ahead and add my filters, please.
College students right here.
And prepare for the paraphilic.
Dism. Oops, dism. Ooh, with them schisms and the dism.
Sorry.
Achieved our mission.
This is a mission?
It's a mission.
Our goal of safe BDSM.
Yes.
Yeah.
Zap.